Hiya, I'm Tommy Sheridan. Hopefully this is the second segment of an interview that you're watching. I should have said in the first one, and I apologise to those of you who have watched it, welcome to my home here in Cardonald in the south of Glasgow. I'm here on behalf of the Hope Over Fear campaign, which was established as a grassroots campaign to try and promote independence during the referendum campaign of last year. And we managed very much to mobilise tens of thousands of ordinary people to not only vote for independence, but become ambassadors for independence. Today, I want to try and convince you to use the opportunity that presents itself on the 7th of May at the UK general election to unite the yes community, to unite all yesers across Scotland behind the SNP for that one election. Not because you're an SNP member, not because you're an SNP supporter. As a socialist, I've got some differences with the SNP on economic policy. I certainly don't want to be a member of NATO, a nuclear alliance. But do you know what? There is one party that's certainly positioned and able to get rid of the blue Tories, the yellow Tories, and the red Tories on the 7th of May. And that is the SNP. And there's one issue. Yes, there's independence. I spoke about that. But there's another issue which I think is enough to motivate yesers all over Scotland to say, yeah, for this one day I'm going to lend my vote to the SNP because I want to get rid of nuclear weapons. You see, the SNP's already made it absolutely clear that should they win Scotland, and that is very much a possibility now, and Labour, because they've ruled out ever propping up a Tory government, that's important. The SNP have ruled out ever propping up a Tory government. So Cameron isn't going to be propped up through an SNP vote. But they've said that they might consider propping up a Miliband government if they are less austerity orientated, and crucially for us, if they refuse to renew Trident nuclear weapons. Brothers and sisters, I've got to say to you, the new generation of nuclear weapons is estimated at around £110 billion, 110,000 million pounds. You see, I listen to arguments. I watched Question Time recently, as many of you probably do, and I heard them asking the question, can we afford the National Health Service? And these politicians of various colours and hues all bumped their gums and talked a lot of rubbish about how, we might need some private sector investment, we can't really have a service free at the point of need. A lot of nonsense. Not one of them made the point. It's not a question of can we afford the NHS. It should be a question of can we afford Trident nuclear weapons. You see, if we were to use £110 billion to invest in hospitals and doctors and nurses instead of a future nuclear annihilation, then not only would we be making the world safer and certainly Scotland safer, but we would also be building a better society where we actually invest in the things that matter. Why should we invest in more inventive ways of killing people? Wouldn't it be better to invest in more inventive ways of saving people? That's the type of Scotland surely we want to build here in our hearts. You've got the opportunity on the 7th of May to vote SNP, not because you support them and all their policies, but because you want to get nuclear weapons scrapped. Please consider it. Come along on April the 4th to Strathclyde Park. Come along on April 25th to Freedom Square in Glasgow. Join the Hope Over Fear rallies with music and speakers, and let's unite Scotland around the idea of voting for the SNP on the 7th of May to unite the yes community against those who want to tie us to more nuclear weapons. If we win this election on 7th of May, we can get rid of nuclear weapons and start to invest in the bairns, not the bums.